We're joined on the phone by Kevin Book, a longtime energy industry analyst. He's now a managing director and head of research at ClearView Energy Partners, where he consults with energy investors. Kevin, good morning. First of all, got to ask you about this report. A lot of pages, 193 from BP. We all kind of keyed in on that line from BP saying no single factor caused this tragedy. Do you agree with this? And kind of what's your takeaway from what we're hearing from BP this morning?
Well, I think the key question is, are they saying something that's dramatically different from what will emerge from the ongoing investigation at an executive level, or what has emerged from the Hill? And the complexity of the failures and the cumulative nature of them is consistent with what Henry Waxman's committee said. So in a sense, they're saying somewhat of the same thing. But what's very important here is that there's actually a discussion of not just the cement job and the shoe track and the blowout preventer, but also the well design itself. The idea that the problem that BP was being blamed for by its competitors is not what they found to have caused the explosion, which is that their well design wasn't at fault.
That's interesting. I mean, let me ask you, when you kind of add it all up, is BP playing it somewhat safe legally? Because there's obviously, suits out there.
Yeah, this is the most dangerous game. So the blame shifting happens on three fronts. First, there's the administration itself. If you're doing this now, it's because you know that there's a criminal investigation underway. The blow-up preventer's up, the well's soon going to be killed, and if the Obama administration is going to put distance between itself and the event, it's going to start soon. Second, you've got to worry about your partners because you work with them around the world. And third, you do have to think about your long-term reputational capital. So what's actually happening here is a cautious and what seems to be, at least at the outset, a responsible attempt to try to really come to the table with facts without seeming overly biased.
Kevin, having said that, I mean, BP operated the rig. I mean, so aren't they ultimately responsible in this? Or, as you said, these are complex, setups, if you will, and so there is a fair amount of blame potentially to go around.
Well, the question that we really are asking here as investors is a multi-billion-dollar question, and it's the question of criminal negligence. BP is accepting fault, and they absolutely have responsibility under the law. They have not done anything to deflect that. There's opportunities down the road for them to redeflect blame if it comes to them. But what they're asking, I think, is for a consideration of the fact that there is not a criminal negligence that's taking place here. And I believe that's the goal of this exercise. We'll have to see if that's how it turns out. All
right, Kevin, got 30 seconds here for you. I mean, what impact is all of this going to ultimately have on offshore drilling, be it deep water or shallow water? Just quickly, if you could.
The bottom line is that regulators are not in a rush. This is not going to accelerate them, but the Hill could get back on the job, and if it does, it'll be a big deal for drilling and slow it down broadly. All
right, something we'll certainly keep a close watch on. Hey, Kevin, good for you to join in and really kind of weigh in on this with us this morning. Kevin Book of ClearView Energy Partners.